I'm so grateful to be here in front of you guys, speaking some of the lessons of my life. And that's what I want to talk about today, gratitude. When I first started my spiritual journey, learning how to be myself, at the start of that, I read something in a book by Rhonda Byrne called The Secret. Pretty famous book. Many of you may know about it. If not, check it out. It's worth a read. And she talks about gratitude. And I mean, I'd known what gratitude was up until that point in my life, but I'd never really practiced it. And so I'd never seen the effects of gratitude on my life. Now, in this book, she speaks about how we can create our own experience at any moment by practicing how we want to feel and how we want to show up in each moment. And well, one of her best ways to transform any moment we're in, no matter what we're experiencing, is gratitude. Now, we can be grateful for many things in our lives, but the times that it came in most handy for me to practice gratitudes was in my most difficult moments when I was, say, going through something emotionally or struggling at work or having a lack of motivation or I'd hurt my body or something like that and I was being held back in some way. Well, being introduced to gratitude helped me find some little moments of love, hope, goodness in the mix of those struggles. We have many things to be grateful for in our life. There are many things that we all might have that not everybody gets to experience, such as a healthy body with four arms, with 2 arms, 2 legs, eyes that work, ears that hear, a fully functioning brain, all of these things. And so when I was going through these troubled times, I started to look around me, even though I wasn't experiencing a lot of love in that moment, and find things to be grateful for, like having my health in that moment, or like having a car that I can drive anywhere, or having money in the bank to be able to buy the things that I love. In those troubled times in my life, it was so much harder to remember all the goodness still going on because that negative feeling had really consumed me and almost blinded me from everything else going on around me. And so learning about gratitude was a really good practice to just keep close to me as I was going through those troubled times. And even though that experience that I was going through, that negative experience at that time would still continue, at least I had these little moments of gratitude, of happiness, of finding something in my life that I love. So it's a really good practice for those out there that are going through something at the moment. You can do it just speaking it and feeling it, but a really good way to get in a routine of it is journaling, whether at the start of your day, at the end of your day, in the middle, whatever you want, really. It's about getting there and doing the practice, but being able to write down some things that you're grateful for and not just writing them on the piece of paper, but bringing an intention behind those words. And that intention is going to help you feel the most from what you're grateful for. But this is where gratitude takes another step. Because if we practice being grateful for what we have in our life, looking from the outside, you could say that that person practicing gratitude for something in their life they dearly love, whether it's a hobby or whatever it is, you could say that they are having a continued experience of gratitude. And so their energy in that moment, their frequency is one of gratitude for something that they love in their life. And the more you practice that, the more you could say you are loving and experiencing the goodness of what you have in your life. And while I really saw this take effect with a passion in my life, which is diving, spearfishing, being in the ocean. And when I first found it, I would just walk down to the ocean with my friends and we'd put on our wetsuits and our spear guns and we'd go for a dive and collect some food for our family and friends. And I loved it. I just loved it. I'd get down to the water and on a nice day, sun is shining and laughs, everyone's having a good time. And I, in that moment, I would practice my gratitude because I knew how much it had helped me in my life thus far. And so I just look around and literally practice, say it out loud, how grateful I was to be here with my mates, jumping in the water, etc., etc., etc. And I practiced that for so long without anticipating it growing into something even better. And then about a year down the track, as I spoke in my last video, I was working for a boat building company and I got the opportunity to build my very own boat. Awesome experience, wouldn't change it for the world. And when I got out there on that first boat trip on my new boat, I pulled up to the same spot that I had walked down to diving, a year prior, and every week after that, blah blah blah. And I realized in that moment, wow, this gratitude that I had for that task at this level has had an effect on me getting to this level where I can feel even more gratitude because I'm not only able to get in the water, I'm able to go there on a boat, which to me was very special. And so what I'm trying to show you today is that gratitude is like an amplifier in your life. When you find something to truly feel grateful for, you're putting your energy and intention into that with so much love. So then you're experiencing love. Then you're creating from you more love, and it only adds up and adds up and adds up. And over time, you'll see the effects on that, just like I did from going to diving off the shore to diving off a boat. But I still loved each part of it, you know? The experience within me was still loving, even though I had taken it up another notch, and I was grateful for that. So, whether you're going through a hard time and you need some little snippets of happiness in your day, or you're content enough already, but you wouldn't mind seeing some more, then gratitude is a beautiful task to help you in your life. If this resonates with you, take it and run with it. I promise it will have a good effect on your life. If it doesn't, disregard it, move on with your day the way you want to. And I hope today you're able to be you, because who can be you but you? See you next time.